What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Low Life Motherfucking Choppers Podcast.
Get to the chopper!
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Low Life Motherfucking Chopper Podcast.
What's up, you L7 weenies? We're joined by Johnny A. Harris from Copacetic Magazine. Thank you, Johnny. How you
thanks.
doing?
I'm good. Good. Nice to be here.
Yeah. That's a sick shirt, dude.
Yeah, that shirt is
the
dope.
only one that exists.
I was just about to say, do you got those up for sale?
Yeah, we're just about to get into t-shirts. Hopefully next week.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I love that design.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much the cover of our first issue.
So jump straight into the housekeeping shit, and then we'll get into this fucking interview or what?
Yeah, let's just do some housekeeping, bud. Clean house.
Yeah. I guess we'll start off with the motherfucking merchandise. You guys came in heavy on those two that we said we were going to fucking delete off of the Big Cartel.
Yeah. They're actually
I
our
still
two
haven't
best-selling
seen-
designs.
Yeah, I still haven't seen anybody post the Only Choppers one yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that posted. Yeah, if you get some merch, post it up on fucking Instagram and tag us.
Yeah,
Show
tag
us
us.
how good you look. It brings you up at least 1.5 points. If on a scale of 1 to 10, if you're a 5, you're a 6.5 in one of those shirts, bro.
Oh, 100%. 100%. 100%. You put on that shirt, you're getting laid. Whether you're married, divorced,
Guaranteed.
gay, lesbian, fucking trans, whatever, dude. You get some kind of intercourse with that shirt.
Even a fur. Yeah, even if you're a
So
furry.
get over to our fucking get over to our fucking link tree on Instagram. It's got everything to support us. You can buy merchandise. You can join the motherfucking Patreon to win our monthly giveaways. It has the link for John Luke's fiance. Yeah.
Yep, just still up.
It has the GoFundMe. Huge shout out to everybody that's donated to that, by the way. You guys fucking rained down with the donations. I know John and their family super appreciate that, so keep it going. Also, you seen Rhino, he threw up one design already for a shirt we may make for Deadbeat and the Indian Lair Block Party. I think you changed up the shirt already, right? You decided that was a no-go? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to put up another post.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what we're going to do is we're going to let the lads decide on this week's episode.
Yes.
So we're going to, on Low Lives After Dark, I'll show the design. If you guys are like, yeah, that's fucking sick, then I'm going to run with it.
More beer.
That's always a problem.
I've already gone through 3 and
then
started.
I'm going to print them myself. I know. Dude.
Yes.
I always crack that first
Rhino's
one.
a fucking
Let's
a
just
genius with everything, dude.
catch up. Oh yeah, so these are going to be hand printed, gorilla style, baby.
Yeah, they're going to look good though, because Rhino's a fucking beast. This dude's been screen printing since the womb. But grab those shirts. We're going to have those at Deadbeat. If we don't sell out at Deadbeat, we'll also have them at the Block Party. Either way, we're going to have shirts at both. We're going to have all the QR codes for the shirts that are on our Big Cartel store. That way you can just scan it with your fucking phone, order it, and you don't even have to carry that bitch home. It'll just meet you back at the house. Again, if you want to get on the Patreon, that'll get you the extra bonus episode every week, which is supposed to be 20 minutes, but we run an hour every fucking week for some reason. It gets you in for the monthly giveaways. What do we have this month? Is this month we're just giving away some cash or what?
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, we're doing some cash this month. I actually just shipped that hammer out today to
How
Casey.
much was that?
$20. I think it was heavy, dude.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, we'll see what we can come up with. But that's it. That's what we got. Go check out the fucking link tree. Check out all of our shit. Figure out how to fucking support us. We appreciate it. It helps us get to all these shows.
And we're not going to take those 2 designs down because you guys seem to like them a lot. So we're just going to keep those 2 t-shirt designs up. The only chops. Yeah, you guys like them. They're staying up. The people have spoken. This is a democracy, or at least a benevolent.
I think we're going to have to add on to. I think we're going to have to add on to our store and put more products up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anywho, like I was saying, you can catch us at Deadbeat Retreat. That is August 25th.
25th, 26th, 27th.
25th, 26th, and 27th. We're going to be putting together a ride to Deadbeat. So make sure you're following the Low Life Chopper podcast on Instagram. We'll also put out the details here on the fucking podcast. But we're all going to meet up, all ride to Deadbeat as one big fucking pack. If you want to do that, we'll put the fucking details out. Also, Saturday, we're going to organize some kind of ride. I don't know where we're going to go. Maybe go fucking rip the Kank. But we've ripped the Kank so many fucking times, but I'm almost thinking like maybe we switch it up and go crank down Old Orchard Beach this time. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jesus,
or go hit up Portland or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's not that far, dude. Old Orchard Beach from fucking DeSaco is like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know,
so,
but they can't, yeah, maybe we vote on it. Maybe we vote on a couple of different ones. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down with the Kank. I'm just saying we always ride the Kank. If we can go
Kank's
rip
so
down
nice,
into
though.
Old Orchard Beach and just fuck shit up, dude, get in some fights,
Yeah.
poke a couple people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we gotta get back for the event Saturday night.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Maybe
we don't want to go too far, and we're gonna be broken down all the way down the Kank. You know.
Yep. And then also we have the Indian Larry block party. That is September 16th.
16th. Yep. We are locked in. We're gonna be there Friday night. We're going to be there Saturday, and yeah, we're going to be. We're all kitted up, dude. We got some new fucking fancy ass shit. Yeah, we got some fancy shit going to that show, bro.
Yeah, so you can catch us at Deadbeat. You can catch us at the Indian Larry Block Party, and then also Last Spot of Chopper Club is putting on Kingston Days Chopper Show. That's Saturday, September 9th, Ride-In Custom Motorcycle Show, noon to 6 p.m. It's on Main Street in Kingston, New Hampshire. You'll see it. It literally is a fucking massive grass island in the middle of the fucking town, and that's where the Chopper Show is. It's super fucking rad. It's been going on for a long fucking time, so September 9th, if you ain't doing shit, come fucking hang out.
Make it happen, Captain. There's a lot of good shit going down. We don't got a whole lot of summer left, bro.
No, we don't. I think that's all I got. You got anything else?
Nope. No, I think we're good.
Oh, fuck it. Let's jump into this motherfucking interview then.
Yeah. So, John, is it you like John or Johnny?
Either one.
Okay. Johnny. I like Johnny. That sounds.
I like Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny. Johnny, Copacetic Magazine. So, what is this all about? What is Copacetic Magazine? It's pretty new, so I know I've seen some cool stuff that you've been posting up there, but just tell us a little bit about how it came to be, what it's about.
All right. Yeah, it's it is totally new. It's we just put the first issue out last week. I mean, people that have ordered it haven't even seen it yet for the most part. So still waiting on first reviews and stuff like that, but in the past I've always wanted to work in magazines. I kind of didn't realize that about myself, but I tend to gravitate around magazines and media for some reason. And even though I've been in like the automotive world and hot rod shops and bike shops, there's always tended to be a magazine involved, and wanted to give my shot at it. And I had a business partner in Texas, a guy named Rooster. He started this brand called Tradition Over Trend. I got involved with that, one day
that's
we
a
were
dope
talking, and
name.
he was like, "We should just start a magazine." Oh yeah, I mean, very. I mean, if not for Rooster, I wouldn't have been pushed to do it. But it's really the making the magazine is really just me. So far, Rooster's helped a lot with the business side of it because I'm no businessman. But yeah, it's just a compilation kind of different category magazine, but we see it all as one giant scene, which is hot rods, choppers, skateboarding, art, and rock and roll music. And everything that's under that umbrella, we try to cover. And we'll cover some bobbers, and we'll cover different kinds of bikes every now and then, but it's mostly choppers because that's the rock and roll motorcycle. That's how I see it. And
What is
we
a
only.
bobber? What do you
Well,
consider a bobber?
I mean, I would assume just.
We always have this argument.
I would say no change in stock rake, hardtail, low handlebars.
So bobber has to have a hardtail.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't put a non-hardtail bike in the magazine. That's nothing
Man, I
against
love that.
springs. I'm going for the rock and roll attitude on everything, and not a lot of attitude with comfort.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's one of those terms. It's like a safe word for guys that just change out their handlebars and they just put on some mini apes and then they go, yeah, it's a bobber, but it's all stock.
Yeah, I mean, I really, I mean, I try to be nice to everybody when they send me pictures of their bikes, trying to get it in, and I hate having to exclude anything. Like even when bands send me stuff, I feel bad because they'll say, "Hey, can you review our record?" And it's like I want to, but if you're not good, I don't want to put negativity in the magazine. Like, hey, this band sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty obvious. But we pretty much only focus on early '60s, late '80s, sometimes '90s, just skinny hardtail choppers.
Nice.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it's okay to be like, it's niche, right? I mean, there's very specific things that you like and that you want to showcase, and it's not like you don't like that person. You just don't like.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't fit into what you're trying to do or what you're trying to.
I like that
curate,
it's like a lifestyle magazine. Like that's dope. I
Mhm.
love that you got like the bikes, the music, the skateboarding, the fucking art. Like I love all that. That's fucking sick.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I mean, originally we were just talking about doing just cars and bikes, and I'm like, well, I know too many bands personally, and everyone that's into cars and bikes probably likes this kind of music. And that just led into, well, everyone with a chopper tends to come from the skateboarding world for some reason. And I don't know, it's just the way it is. It's a changing of the tide in like the custom culture world from the boomers to my generation.
I always look at it
And,
because like when we were younger, your way of rebelling was like skateboarding was like a rebellion thing when we were younger. You know what I mean? Like you were a little fucking asshole. You just like did shit on your terms. You know what I mean? That's like why you were fucking part of the skateboard family. You know what I mean? And I feel like choppers are just like the grown up version of that. Like you're still just doing what the fuck you want to do. You're just too out of shape to push anymore. So now you ride a bike.
Yeah, the other thing is like choppers. It's like you have to have your shit together enough to be able to afford one. You know what I mean? Because it's not cheap. Like a skateboard, relatively cheap. You know what I mean? Anybody can get into skateboarding.
It wasn't when you
or
were
even,
younger
picking
though.
up a
Like think
guitar.
about it when you were like 12. You didn't have $130 to fucking drop on a whole new setup. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like I remember like
Yeah, I
picking shit
guess.
apart. Like one of my buddies would have a front truck, my other buddy would have a rear truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess I never really got into. I was a fruit booter, so
Even that was
not
expensive as
featured in
fuck too,
Copacetic.
dude.
Yeah, I know, but my dad was into like ice hockey. Like we're a hockey family growing up, and so my dad always was inline skating, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll definitely drop the money for some inline skates for my boys."
Yeah.
How inconvenient though, dude. We'd go to like Hampton Beach and it's like going into the arcade and it's like you get these fucking boots on. Like with a skateboard, you just pick it up and you can go and play some arcade games, some Simpsons or whatever, you know.
Yeah. And if you're gonna fight,
We'd be
dude, you're
scooting
fucked.
around. Oh, dude, you can't fight in
You
rollerblades.
can't.
Are you
You'd
kidding
be
me?
fucked. You'd be fucked, dude. At least
don't
on a
even-
skateboard,
yeah,
you just
that's
pick
not-
that thing up and truck somebody.
Yeah, like if you're at a skate park and you're inline skating, like did the skateboarders fight with these guys or did they just go at like
100%.
they showed up at the same? I was gonna say, like, dude, if I was like trying to shred on like a skate park or whatever and I had my fruit boots on, I'd go at like 8 o'clock in the morning when I knew there would be like no skateboarders to beat me up there.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't really a
'Cause you
skate
ain't-
park kid, but I was more of like I streeted skate stuff, like street stuff. But I do remember like there was a skate park in my town, and I remember like when we would go there, we would 100% talk shit to the dudes that were skating, like inline skating.
Yeah, I guess if they take those things off, then they're barefoot. I don't know. Because that's not very intimidating either. Like, hold on a second, and they just like unvelcro their shoes, their little wheel shoes, and then they're like trying to act tough.
And tripping on your Jankos and shit.
Maybe they put them on their fist, dude. Though, yeah, tripping on their Jankos, dude. Oh, hold on, wait till my Janko they're like caught up in the wheel. No shit.
Sorry, we tend to
So-
derail quite a bit.
You said that you're down south right now. You said in Tennessee.
Yep.
And you're running the magazine from there, and it's I guess it's a print magazine and online, or how does that work?
I mean, we mostly wanted it to be print, but it's online by default, just because it's
Everything has to be.
Yeah, well, there are certain younger people that just won't touch pages, and and also, it costs so much to print that to get eyeballs on it, it's you pretty much have to do an online version just to make sure more than the amount of prints you can make get to see it. But I don't know.
Yeah. It honestly like breaks my heart, dude, that a lot of like the magazine companies are going to all digital. Because I'm like you, dude. Like I love just flipping through a mag. Like I'm not trying to be on my phone flipping through a mag. Like I want the paper, dude. So I can rip the page out, hang it on the fucking wall if it's like a dope centerfold or something.
Yeah, I mean people that are all about just online. I mean, you're putting a lot of faith in the power grid, and the second the power goes out, you don't have the magazine anymore, and it's more of like a keepsake, like a, I don't know, just, I mean, I treasure magazines. I have too many magazines. I can't.
Yeah, in 50 years from now, you can't sell your digital copies of fucking Copacetic. You know what I mean? But if you get all the fucking paperback ones in 50 years, you're like, yeah, I got every one, and I'm about to sell them for fucking $5,000.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the older it gets, you get to go, hey, this magazine's 50 years old now. And
yeah.
I don't know. I like
Get to show your kids, your grandkids when bikes were cool.
Yeah. I mean, we really meant it. I mean, you can go cheap and you can get newspaper paper, but we really went for really thick, really high gloss.
Sick.
Oh wow.
I mean, we did that on purpose, mostly because we hate making a profit, I guess. But
I know that feeling.
So rock and roll. Yeah.
I mean, but I want them to last. The better quality pages, they'll last. But.
Yeah, it's an experience that like a lot of younger kids never. I grew up in an age where you had magazines, and if you took a dump, you had a magazine. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing that was in the bathroom, and you'd read the same one like over and over and over again because it's better than the alternative, just staring at your feet as they swell up while you take a shit. Yeah. And it's when you're on your phone, because I've done like digital magazines and stuff like that. It's totally different because you're just swiping and you're used to like so much more stimulation. Like you go on like fucking TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and it's just like ding 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 ding. When you have a magazine and it's paper and you're just like sitting on a porch or whatever, that's what you're doing. You're just like chilling. So it's kind of like the whole experience of being able to like fucking relax. And it's like, I don't know a whole lot of younger people, but like I know like I have young kids and their attention spans are like nothing, dude. and they do not like not having like media in front of them or like some type of stimulation. I couldn't imagine them just fucking sitting and looking through a magazine, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be every 5 seconds or they're done.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love the idea of a magazine just being left somewhere and then you get to discover it. Like people that just leave them on a public table or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I like that. That's how I found out about a lot of stuff. And people are sending me pictures of like, people that run tattoo shops or bike shops, sending me pictures of their magazine laid out in the lounge. And that shit's awesome. I'm happy that we have a magazine that's one of those magazines on a table now.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is like, right, online, if you have like a web page and you're posting some similar stuff like this, it's all about getting clicks. So it's just like
Yep.
click, 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 add. Whereas like print media like this, like a magazine, it's curated and it's like there's integrity to it, and it's like it's not about the click. You bought the magazine, the transaction's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there might be some ads in it or whatever, but it's more honest in my opinion. It's just like we just try to make the best kind of product with cool stuff, and that's how you learn. Like you get outside that echo chamber. It's so easy online to just be like, these people, they like exactly what I like, and if you don't like it, then it's easy to get away from it. When you invest in like a magazine, you're picking it up, especially nowadays. It's like, dude, subscriptions for magazines, they're expensive because shipping's more expensive, print is more expensive, and it's super niche. But it's kind of like collecting vinyl or something, It's one of those bygone eras, but it's like, it's so important that we still have that option,
Yeah. I mean, there are so many downsides to doing things traditionally now because they've just made it so impossible to do things the way you used to be able to do them. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
we haven't added a subscription service yet because I don't know. It doesn't seem necessary yet. Like I had
Mhm.
a guy that used to run a humongous magazine that I'm friends with. He gave me some advice and he told me to be careful with subscriptions because you wind up in a contract with the customer. Now you got to produce these magazines they've
Oh,
already paid a
true.
year in advance for. And we don't really have a staff. It's me. Like all the pictures in the magazine I took, all the words I wrote, and
Mm.
I can't be everywhere at once. And if I get sick, I don't know what
That's
I'd
one thing I
do.
was gonna ask. Are you gonna plan on like reaching out to photographers and like, hey, do you want to cover this show, write a fucking article, send the pictures, blah blah blah, or are you like trying to like really man everything up yourself?
Well, I mean, until there's money, I'll try to do everything myself. But I mean, we will, at a necessity, have to reach out to photographers to cover certain bands. Like there's a band up near where y'all are. We're trying to get in the magazine, and they're out of somewhere in New Hampshire. But this band called Hobo Wizard.
Oh
Oh,
fuck, we
okay.
went to their show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
cool,
they
cool,
did a
cool.
shop.
Dude
They
lives
did a
down the
shopper
street
show.
from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew they were like right up our alley because that's what we like. We like all of this stuff coming together. We like people that are into bikes and cool music and all, but people that are doing more than one thing. But uh, yeah, eventually we hope to have a staff and be able to cover everything a normal magazine covers. Like we're only a quarterly magazine right now, and as soon as I can hire people, it'll become a bi-monthly and then hopefully a monthly. But
Hmm. So, yeah, I guess, what do you do? I mean, this isn't your day job, right? So what do you do like in
I'm a
it,
full-time painter.
full-time paint? What kind of paint do you do?
Uh, well, I mean, normally, like for years, I just did custom painting, and then I lived in Tennessee, was doing regular painting. I got a job offer in Texas in 2019, moved to Texas, and then COVID happened, and came back to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I got a job painting like industrial type painting, like amusement park rides, any
Oh,
kind
shit.
of outdoor posts, stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of like assembly line painting, It's very, very old school painting, but super simple and easy to pay the bills, easy to run the magazine from the paint booth there. But I am very appreciative of it, but I can't wait to quit. And I hope the magazine helps me do that.
So amusement park painting, like, are you talking you go up and paint like on the Ferris wheel, or are you talking like you do the funhouse? Like, what kind of painting?
It's everything from like the frames of go-karts and all the little pieces inside of it to bumper cars, roller coasters, the carts and the rails, and then baseball, like pitching machines, that kind of stuff. Anything at an amusement park. But, yeah, if you've been in an electric go-kart in America, I probably painted it because there's only one factory that makes them, and there's only one painter. So,
no shit.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's a pretty cool place, but
that's pretty cool though. So that there's just one factory that makes those bumper cars.
Yeah, well, they have a patent on the electric stuff, but yeah, it's all bumper cars.
Oh, no way.
Oh, well, I don't know. I can't remember what all they got. But it's easy painting.
You just do like one color though. You're not doing like that stuff behind you with like scallops
putting
and
flames on the bumper
flames
car.
And shit. Yeah, hot rod.
Dog. Every now and then, I will get to do a sign, and I get to do some sign work, or we'll get to go up and refresh the paint on like the obstacles on the mini golf stuff. But that's about it.
Sick. Is that like airbrush work?
That's cool.
Sometimes. I mean, like every now and then, the pitching machine stuff will come with helmets, and sometimes rich people will be like, I want to get all my kids special helmets, and then they'll have me do that kind of stuff, but that's super rare.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, I would just do cool stuff, but it's very hard.
Hey, you got to pay the fucking bills.
Yeah. It's very hard to just sell flake and candy airbrush stuff for a living.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Not easy paying the bills, just doing cool stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
I learned how to do it.
In a cooler area, it's more possible. If you live in LA or Austin or something, but in the middle of nowhere, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chattanooga? Is that middle of nowhere? Because I've at least heard of it.
I mean, it's comparatively. I mean, I come from we just left Austin not that long ago, so we got used to big city living. But yeah, Chattanooga's pretty. I mean, it's just like Mayberry on steroids. It's not that big.
No. How is Austin? What do you think of that? I've heard nothing but good stuff. I've never been myself.
The first 3 months before the pandemic hit, because I got there January 1st, 2020. And
worst timing.
Yeah, those 3 months were amazing. And then my experience of Texas was our house after that, pretty much.
Oh, it sucks.
Austin went pretty hard with the lockdowns for a while, but
and you're doing custom paint out there, right?
Yeah, well, I was working at a pretty big hot rod shop that was also a headquarters of a big magazine, and that's where I met Rooster, the guy that is the other guy in Copacetic. He was working there also. That's how we met. And he's still there. He's still running all of the Copacetic stuff in Austin because that's just a way bigger hub that makes way more sense as a capital for Copacetic than Chattanooga does. But this is where good money and my family was after COVID. So we had to come here and regroup. But we could wind up back in Austin. That's not out of the question.
Is your job still open over there if you wanted to go back?
No. I mean, I really wouldn't want to do that anyway, because I mean, those high-end custom shops, it's 8 months of body work before you get to paint something. And
fuck that.
I'm kind of over that. I mean, those are like $60,000 paint jobs, where it's
What the fuck?
absolutely. I mean, these are like 150, 200 grand total builds. And that, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to be involved in that stuff, but it's high stress work. That's sleeping at the shop. And
Dude, and everybody's making money off that. So it's like, who the fuck? I don't know how people make money like that. I don't know what they do. There seems to be a lot of people. There's not just like 3 billionaires buying all these fucking cool paint jobs and shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of money in Texas.
Yeah. Damn, dude. So you moved to Texas. You had to move back. Do you have wife and kids? Is it just you, girlfriend?
Yep. No, I got a wife and 2 stepkids.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
So everybody uprooted and went out.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was pretty smooth on everybody except me. My wife worked for a company that had a branch in Austin, so she just switched.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was the only one that really had a big adjustment, but Austin is also just too expensive to live in if you're not already successful when you move there. And
Oh, yeah.
it seems so daunting to live in a place that expensive and try to start a business. But
oh shit. You ever see Joe Rogan out there?
no. I mean, I feel like I saw Alex Jones's house once. But
Oh, is he in Austin too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't Jesse James in Austin too?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Austin's the town.
pretty much
dude.
everybody's moving there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Those are all rich
it
guys,
used to-
though.
It's all Los Angeles now, but
Oh, no shit.
yeah, I mean, it has that feel. It just
Is that where they
do
do Born Free or whatever? Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Austin, around Chattanooga, there's a lot of hot rods, but there's really not a lot of choppers. But in Austin, it's a car scene pretty much every time you go anywhere. I mean, it's a wild place.
So you said, there's like this Venn diagram with like hot rods, choppers, skateboards, art, like custom stuff, right?
Mhm.
Where'd you grow up? Where'd you? I guess I'm gonna guess that you were a skateboarder growing up, or were you in a band? Did you do hot rods growing up? Were you into choppers? Are you into choppers now? Like, tell us a little bit about how you got to put all these things together in a magazine.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I tried to. I mean, I'm not much of a. I don't know. I haven't really thought about my past much, but I tried to tell about it a little bit in the editor's page of the magazine. Like when I was 13 years old, that's when I got into skateboarding, and skateboarding is a gateway drug to everything else that's cool. And like I try to tell people, you can't just get into skateboarding without getting skate tapes. And then you watch these skate tapes, they're full of punk rock music. Now you want to listen to these bands, and then it just keeps going. But yeah, I got into bands. I've been in a million bands, but mostly punk bands. I was in a alternative country band in Nashville for a little bit, but I've kind of put music on the side, but that would be fun to get back into again. But I always wanted to cover it. I mean, that was always really important. I always wanted that in the magazine because it's the soundtrack to everything, and we can't concede everything to pop culture. We can't just say, okay, here's a video, let's put pop or hip hop over it. I think we have to preserve rock and roll. And
what kind of music do you feature or do you plan on featuring in this magazine? Because I know, like, personally, like in the chopper scene, like skateboarding scene, it's such a broad spectrum of music. Like, you got like the dudes that are hardcore skateboarders that are listening to 90s hip hop. Then you got the guys that are like the punk guys, the hardcore guys, the outlaw country guys. So like, how do you narrow that down?
well, I mean, I try to just tell people we just look for the rock and roll version of whatever we're focusing on. If it's skateboarding, then we're just looking for the rock and roll skateboarders. Like we tell people we're trying to bring back the Bart Simpson, Beavis and Butthead type energy to everything, because that's kind of our attitude. I mean, I like that kind of style, and I mean, punk music kind of lead. I mean, it's hard to get into any underground music scene and not kind of be forced to learn about all of them, because especially in a small town where scenes are really small, you meet all the goth kids, all the skinheads, all the punks, all the everything. And then I joined the military, and when I got out, I went to the Nashville Auto Diesel College to get into. I wanted to learn how to do metal fabrication and use my GI Bill to do that. And while I was there, I got into an alternative country band. This is like right when Hank 3 was blowing up, and that whole scene was humongous. And
Yep.
in there, I got involved with the Voodoo Kings Car Club. Back then, I had a 49 shoebox, and
Sick.
got into like the rockabilly, that custom culture world, and kind of got sick of that world because of the way that scene is. But I liked all of the cars, so I kept all of that. And I liked that all of those people were like ex-punks, ex-skateboarders that kind of do the rockabilly retirement thing.
Yeah.
But
Is that
I've never
so
heard
that's a
that.
thing? They're just like, yeah, like that, 'cause that's
Rockabilly
like
retirement.
super niche. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I can't do the mosh pits anymore. I got a bad hip, but I still got my hairline. I can grow out a pompadour.
yeah, I mean it happens naturally. People say never me, and then they're slicking their hair back one day.
Oh, I love that. So you're not opposed to though, like, so essentially, like you're throwing out whatever best describes whatever category, right?
Yeah, well, it's basically we just try to preserve a culture. Like I don't want skateboarding to just be lost to popular culture. I want there to still be an attitude. Like you see a skateboarder kid, you think that fucking punk kid might break into our car. Like I don't want to lose that. I don't want like with the SLS skateboarding, the corporatization of everything.
Yeah, keep all this stuff dangerous. Yeah,
everything's commercialized.
I want to make a shirt that says "Make skateboarding a crime again."
Right. Well, that's why all this shit was cool. You know what I mean? Like hot rods, choppers, skateboarding, art and fucking music. What makes it cool is that it's dangerous and it's fringe. Once it's like,
when it's self-expression at the end of the day, it's like you skate the way you express yourself. You know what I mean? Same with like building cars and bikes and the music you listen to.
And the thing that fucking sucks is that people with money, they came along. All this shit
fuck it up.
Now is profitable. Everything's profitable. Everybody can spin a profit. Everybody can start a lifestyle company off of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it makes it like disingenuous, And it's like when you see real shit, like when you see like, that's why we cover like, dudes in their garage just cranking away. Everybody's poor. Nobody has any money. No prospects. They just love it. You know what I mean? And that's like the purest form of like any of this shit. Like you're doing skate. I get inspired when I see like 40-year-old dudes dropping into half pipes and shit on their skateboard because they love it.
Oh yeah.
Or like choppers or fucking, rock and roll. They're not trying to get famous. They don't care about getting money. They just love the culture of it. And it's like, that's what we need to preserve because there's so many, it's so easy to make a buck. Any motherfucker can just, went to design school or some shit, or it has access to a fucking MacBook and they can start a lifestyle company and just start printing shit. And it just fucking taints the pool,
Yeah. I mean, they say you can't buy cool, but I mean, it's something worth preserving, I mean, I'm not trying to make copacetic out to be like it has this big mission, but I mean, it kind of does. I mean, it's more or less, I just wanted, I just wanted a spotlight to stay on a certain culture and not get ruined. That's all I wanted. I just
Yeah,
and to make certain people aware of it.
Yeah, I like the message behind it, man, and that's why it sounds a lot like how Gnarly Magazine does their shit. They just like stay true to like what they do. You know what I mean? They focus on like the pinstripers and the fucking guys building rad cars and cool fucking choppers. You know what I mean? And those are always the magazines. They're gonna last forever, dude. Because I mean, well, at least until we all die. But like those are the rad fucking magazines where it's like they're not searching out for like the next coolest fucking thing. They're just trying to document the cool shit that's already happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you can kill cool. You know what I mean? Like, because like, you know, choppers for example, you know, like they were cool back in the day, and the dudes that rode them were cool as shit.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a bunch of posers. They all came along. They all tried to get rich. They're all fucking gone. But then there's cool people still doing it, and the choppers are still cool. And if you're not about it, then like these types of you know, cultures, they chase you off. They don't want that. They don't want disingenuine motherfuckers like raping their culture, you know, because that's what they care about. But I had quick, where did you come up with the name copacetic? Like, what does that mean to all this?
I mean, it's just I mean, I don't think I had like an aha moment or anything, but
Yeah.
I always liked the word. I always thought it was a totally like people seem to use it so much in old 60s and 70s movies and TV shows, and then people just kind of stopped. And I always liked it. I mean, we misspelled it. It doesn't have an S, but I wanted to get this rock and roll symbol into it. But I mean, to me, it just, the second I drew it out on paper, I thought, man, this looks like a magazine from the 70s. And that's all I wanted from it. And I knew it was right.
Copacetic doesn't have an S in it?
Well, it's a C.
I'm retarded. I would have never got that. Oh, so there's 3 C's in copacetic. Shit.
I thought it was copacetic. That's how I've been saying it my whole life, bro.
Yeah. We like the magazine. We can't really spell it, though.
I mean, it is... I mean, to me, it sounded familiar.
Yeah, it's a rad idea, man. I like that it's like about like the history and the lifestyle and all that shit. Like that's rad as fuck. Just keeping cool shit cool.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I know there are a lot of chopper specific outlets already, but they're kind of all kinds of chopper culture. But there's not. It's mostly kind of older, not boomer, but just older generation style of chopper culture. I don't know how to explain it. Like more of the David, and I love all the David Mann 60s stuff. I'm totally into that. But like when I see a cool bike, I don't hear the Allman Brothers like when I'm seeing it. Like those videos are cool when people put that music on it. But when I see a hot rod, or I see a 31 Model A coupe going down the road, or if I see some shovelhead, I'm hearing Black Flag, or I'm hearing Zeke, I'm hearing something way wilder than Elvis or whatever. And I know I'm not the only person that feels that way, because I think we all grew up going to hot rod shows, to bike shows, and it's everybody's grandparents singing doo-wop, and that's fine. You know, I love all that stuff, but that's not going to carry over. Like eventually the punk skateboarder kids that got into bikes, they're going to take over, and the music's going to be different. And I feel like we're just trying to recognize that. And I don't know. I just don't want to lose the overall attitude that goes with all of these subjects. Like if hot rods are cool, but if it doesn't have, like we tell people send us pictures of their car and they say, hey man, can I get this in the magazine? And we tell people, like, we don't have hardcore stipulations. It's not like it's got to be between this year or whatever. It's got to be whatever. But we tell people it just has to look like rock and roll. It has to look like a car a movie villain would drive. It has to look like maybe there would be a dead body in this car. Like, I mean, those are the kind of stuff like we want people to look at. I mean, if you can just look at a picture of a car and get a bad feeling, that's the car that belongs in the magazine. And the whole death proof kind of vibe, that's what we're into. But
I love that movie.
yeah, I mean, we just we kind of want things to be a little more dangerous, a little more like, I mean, not like we're not asking people to be assholes, like when we say rebellious, but like just an immature, just Bart Simpson vibe, just like having
Yeah, I like
fun with life.
that makes a lot of sense to me when you say Bart Simpson, Beavis and Butthead, because I grew up
Yeah,
in that era, and I was
100%.
like, yeah,
Yeah, it's like not meaning any harm, not trying
Ronnie,
to bring society.
you know how I
Yeah.
know that hit you is when he said it. You sat back in your chair and closed your eyes for about 3 seconds and just like took it in, bro. I can see the
mouthed
wheels turning.
I mouthed the words "eat my shorts."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is a perfect way to describe it, though.
because, like, yeah, I get exactly what that means because it's like, yeah, it was a different time, and things are just, it's different now. Things are like, I don't know. It's just hard to like. It's hard to sift through all the shit. Yeah, well, just there's so much cool stuff, and there's like so much shit, but you have to sift through all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like you're just accosted with fucking shit, and then it's always like super depressing too when you're like, oh, this is fucking wicked cool, and then like the person behind it turns out to be a herb, and you're just like it's like I don't know. It's a bummer, and the thing about like magazines too, it takes a ton of effort. It takes like multiple people. It takes like fucking capital. Everything online, it's just like any fucking loser can just be like, start a fucking Instagram page and just start pumping out reels, or like start a fucking TikTok and start and that's the thing I hate about this. Like when people talk about like young kids or whatever, like I just hate the culture of people not being creative. Like go ahead on reels and you just like flipping through and it's just people lip syncing stuff. Nobody's making new content. Nobody's doing anything original. Nobody's making anything new. You're not coming up with a cool song and fucking saying, you're just mimicking other people that were creative that came before you, And that's what I hate about it. It's just like, do something original, or
do some different shit.
Just leave everybody the fuck alone because what you're doing sucks. And the thing that bothers me the most is that
tell us how you feel, bro.
Is like some bitch will just be lip syncing a fucking cool song or something, like being a hooker, and it'll have like 30,000 views. And I'm just like, that's so pathetic that someone's looking at this. The thing I really feel bad about is like the dude's looking at that and be like, I like it, But the thing I really hate is just that nobody should even know you. You should be a fart in the wind. You're nothing. You're not doing anything. But then you have like people like this, like, like curating things that they actually care about, and it's like comes through instantly. Like we can't really put our finger on exactly what it is, but it's like we like cool, dangerous shit. Like skateboarding, choppers, hot rods, art, like. And in fact, we should flip through this a little bit because it has a very distinct aesthetic to it too. You know what I mean? Like as soon as you
pull
see
it up?
this
I
magazine,
still haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
It's like we
won't scroll through the whole thing because I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, we'll just do a quick scrolly. Can you guys see?
Got it.
Yeah.
Yo, for some reason, the shit that I pulled up last week on that thing about Maddie, when I watched it back on YouTube, it was just a black screen.
Really? I saw it.
So hopefully... that's weird. All right, anyways.
I have an Apple, though.
Oh, fuck off.
But I mean, just look at this fucking cover, dude. Evo Sporty. Who's Sporty is this, by the way?
That's my good friend Chris Clore. He's his bike got featured, and he's the featured tattoo artist
in
our issue.
Sick.
And we grew up together, and I knew if he had a bike that was ready, by the time I had a magazine, he was going to be in it. But
yeah, dude.
But I love
we'll just flip through this
with the boombox.
This looks like a fun night.
The PBRs, bro.
Dude,
Shoo.
hey, there you are. Oh, is that what's in your mug right now? You got some Captain Morgan and some Coke? Is that your drink?
Oh, this right here, this is Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola.
Jack Daniels, okay.
Yeah, no, we're in Tennessee here.
Oh, dude, this is sick.
But yeah, we were
There's that boy.
yeah, that's Chris. That's his chopper on the cover, and this is his tattoo profile.
Oh, I love that.
Chris is an
Fuck
amazing.
yeah.
Like we'll always at least have one tattoo profile an issue.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I mean it
Yeah,
covers the art genre, and everyone that's into all of these categories is probably also into tattoos.
So
and
he's in Tennessee too?
he's in Chatsworth, Georgia. It's about 30 miles away. But yeah, that's
Yeah, dude.
Erie E. Eric's Iron Lung.
Dude, that's fucking
God
insane.
damn, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's one of my favorite cars ever, and this is the first American magazine that it's ever been in, which was a huge honor for me. I don't know how, but
Dude.
Oh,
So
I
just
love the
skips
skate
around.
pictures.
It's just like skating, music, choppers, hot rods, music. Dude, this is fucking long, dude. This is a lot of content.
Well, I mean, what would happen back in the day when I would go to bookstores, I'd wind up getting a bunch of motorcycle mags, a bunch of hot rod magazines, a bunch of music magazines, a bunch of art magazines, and then obviously get Thrasher. And then I just wanted one. I wanted something that was all of those things.
Damn, dude. Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
this thing
super
just
sick. You
keeps
did a great job with the
going,
layout.
dude.
No,
You
thank
did this all by yourself. Holy shit.
I did. I mean, it did take me forever to do this first one because I had no idea what I was doing. But now that I got it figured out, I think it'll be smooth sailing from here.
How long did it take you to put together this first, like from its inception to actually having a magazine printed? Like, how long was that process and journey?
Well, we first discussed starting a magazine in October of last year and had no idea how to do it.
Fuck, dude, you moved that along quick then.
I mean, I've been obsessed. I mean, it's been the only thing I've thought about. And usually I do a million things. Like I'm always painting, I'm always working, but I have just done this magazine. But I had no idea how to do any of it. I was lucky enough that the guy Rooster that I worked with in Texas, I got involved with his company, Tradition Over Trend. So we were always doing that side of business stuff for him. And when we were talking about starting a magazine, I let him run with all of the business side, like getting all the copyright, trademark stuff. Because I have no idea how any of that stuff works and I have no interest in it. Like I consider myself an artist and not a businessman. I'm not interested in anything serious, really. I hate doing anything that's serious. But I had to learn how to schedule content. Got to think, well, if we're going to have so many pages, then we can have this many features. Like if there's 90 pages, then if there's 18 features, everybody can only get 5 pages, blah, blah, blah. And then you got to think, well, if it's going to be about cars, bikes, art, skateboarding, music, then there has to be so many bands, so many skateboarding, so many cars, so many bikes. And then get all that figured out and then search I'm lucky, I'm blessed to have just killer friends that do awesome stuff because I just happen to, pretty much everyone in the first issue are my friends because it was just the easiest. And it's not a local magazine. I think it's a big mistake a lot of people are making, thinking that it's a local Southern or Tennessee magazine. It'll be worldwide as soon as it's financially able to be worldwide. But I just had to go to, concerts to get pictures of bands. And I feel like I picked good bands. I wanted to get different kinds of bands. It'll always be like punk bands, thrash bands, heavy metal, doom, garage, kind of indie 90s alternative stuff. Anything that's like rock and roll subculture, anything that's not mainstream rock and roll, just a little bit one step below. And just getting cars lined up, going to either car shows or talking to people who have killer, stuff. It took me months and months to convince Erie Eric to let me get that bubble top into the magazine, because he was super guarded about letting somebody get this at first, because a lot of magazines had done him dirty in the past.
Oh no
And
shit.
I had I mean, the hardest thing with the first issue is that I don't exist yet. I'm having to explain to strangers that, hey, you're just going to have to trust me that I have a magazine and that I'm doing this for you. No, and just studying. I mean, I have magazines memorized because I just stare at them all the time. So I feel like I knew how it had to look. And I just thought, as long as I was okay with it, because I'm so picky, then it should be okay for other people. But yeah, I want colors to pop, and I want stories to mean stuff. I mean, I'm not a writer, because I have no background in writing other than just running my mouth. But I mean, I tried to tell people as much about whatever the subject was as I could to get it across why this is cool and why it matters. Learning the computer stuff, getting it done, and then I mean, I was blessed to have experience with Tradition Over Trend in doing their social media, because you have to build up a customer base, because we didn't have the money to print just out of our pocket. We had to take pre-orders and advertising, and I'm super thankful of all the advertisers, because they gave money to a company that didn't exist yet and took a big chance. Very thankful, because without them it wouldn't have happened. But now, I mean, now that it's here and it exists, and I got one under my belt, I think it's going to be way easier from here on out, and we'll just schedule content, shoot it, and get the story up. And eventually we'll move into video media, but that'll be a hot minute.
What kind of video media? Like just on socials or on like
pretty much anything
VHS?
With video. No, well, yeah, just online. But
yeah,
we plan on doing. I mean, I don't want to give too much away. We plan on doing a news show to wrap up
sick.
like what's been going on in our world. But
that's cool.
That's another thing. Like the magazine, I have no idea how to do it. Figure it out as I go. But
I think honestly, man, pressure. I think if you reached out to some photographers, especially guys that is like just coming up, you know what I mean, like how you are right now, they would be more than happy to like send in their shit, because now it's getting recognized. Even if like you can't cut them a check now, you know what I mean? Be like, hey, listen, let's fucking grow together. I think you wouldn't have a problem like just publishing people's work. So many people are so down for just doing that. I think you could really fucking branch out fast if you wanted to.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I'm totally down for it. I just I'm like so scared that I'm ever going to do somebody wrong, because I don't know shit about business, that I'm try to be so careful with people. And also from an artist's point of view, like coming from either somebody in a band or as a custom painter, I know how it sounds when someone's asking you to do something for free, and I never want to be that guy. So, I mean, I've been blessed enough to be just skilled enough to be able to take care of all my needs. But
right.
I mean, there are, I'm one of the worst photographers, and it would be amazing to have.
I think that's what every photographer says.
I mean, but
I think though, like what you're saying is like a lot of guys do it. One, yeah, if they can make some money on it, cool. But a lot of photographers that I know, like dudes like Chopper Fisher and all those guys, Jay Sheen, all those dudes, they do it because of the fucking art. Like they love that shit. They like time capsuling that moment. You know what I mean? And I think it wouldn't be hard, dude, to get people like, hey man, if you want to submit some shit from your fucking area, drop it in this email and let's fucking link up.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be way easier now that there's some kind of background to us, but hopefully
there's something, tangible.
Especially dropping your first issue in that quality, man. Like, you're gonna be all right.
I hope so. Damn, I hope so.
So how do you get an issue? What's the easiest way if someone listens to this and they want to get a hard copy?
Well, right now, until there's enough funds to do back order printing, as far as the first issue, printing might be dead until the second issue comes along.
Okay.
If like we'll sell T-shirts and stuff in the future, and if we can get the funds to do some back printing, we will. I know that we're on Amazon, you can get the digital version on Amazon. I saw that they offer to print a version of it if someone wants to pay for it. I don't know if that's true, but
no shit.
that might be.
Oh, that's cool. So
I wonder if they got like a big cartel type deal for magazines. Like you just put the subscription, or like you put the issue up and it's like printed to order. There's got to be a company that does that, right?
I'm not sure.
Kinko's.
That would make your life a lot easier.
I wish I had an assistant. I tell people all the time I need like an Igor type assistant to just do all the Googling. But
yeah, I lucked out with Rhino fucking wanting to come on board here because he is good at everything I'm not.
And I mean, a lot of that's what I have with my business partner, Rooster. I mean, he's very good at business, or at least he's very used to it because I'm very new to it. I mean, it's a whole new game. Every day, there's a new thing I didn't know I had to do.
Yeah, business is tough, man.
I mean, it's easy to half-ass something. Like I could have shit out a magazine that sucked, but I wanted a real magazine. I mean, it has a real barcode, real ISBN number. Like it's in a system, and I just I wanted it to be actual, like
a good one. Yeah.
I mean, there are so many pages on Instagram called something magazine, and it's not a magazine. It's just an Instagram page. I don't know.
I put out I shit out a magazine when I was younger, and it was a piece of shit.
You did?
Embarrassing. Yeah. Hero Press.
You've done
if
so
anybody
much.
has a copy. I still have a copy. It's fucking embarrassing. I was like in my 20s. It was so stupid. But it was a lot of work. And it came out like shit. But I loved it at the time.
So after this first issue, is the plan to always keep paper copies? Because I was saying before, like I know a lot of guys move over to digital shit because, I mean, this day and age, it makes sense. It's easier, it's cheaper, but like along what you were saying, the cool factor of having it on your coffee table is just like fucking dope, dude.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I hope this is. I mean, the printing should only go up from here. I don't know if I could just move forward with a digital only version, but
yeah. I mean, I get why people do it, and a lot of companies are going that route. But it sucks for as the consumer. It sucks because I'll be honest, I'm not buying anything I can't buy a digital magazine because I'm going to look at it one time, dude, and then it's like, see ya. You know what I mean? I'm never going to look at it again.
I mean, I mean, a lot
it's
of
like
it
an option. It's an option thing, right? Like just like with music, right? All music is digital. You can get it wherever, but then there's guys that pay a premium to get the pressed vinyl or whatever, because they care about that still. And I think it's the same. It's the same with the magazine, right? You have to be digital, but then also there's going to be people that'll pay a premium to have the magazine, right?
Yeah. A lot of that, I think, is just a reflection of me because I'm a collector type person. And I guess I'm betting that there's a lot of collectors out there because that's what I do. I just consume. But
so for the for the quarterly magazine, so this one just dropped. When's issue number 2 projected to?
sometime this fall, hopefully before Halloween. But around Halloween.
Have you already started working on it?
I've started lining up
Yeah.
people that are going to be in it. I haven't shot anything yet. Well, no, that's not true. I have. We're covering an event called the Lowdown Hoedown that happened in Summerville, Georgia. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. I think Chop Cult and Lowbrow Custom sponsored it, but I think it's brand new. It might be like the second year. I don't know. But
Lowdown Hoedown sounds a lot like the Low Life Lowdown. I think we might have a lawsuit on our hand here, Loctite.
maybe. I don't know.
No, that's cool though. I do hit like all those Georgia shows, like the Grundle Run and Twin River and all that shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll hit as many of them as we can. I'm super bummed that we missed the Nashville show last week, but the Paradise show. I don't know if you guys have ever been to that or heard about that, but the big pool party chopper show.
Yeah.
I saw pictures of it. It looked fucking fun.
Yeah.
You know who'd be cool to
Wish
get
I
in that
was there.
magazine? Wes from Custom Destruction.
Okay.
He's in Georgia. He's like a rock and roll punk guy. Retired Marine. Builds custom helmets now. His shop space is shared with a tattoo studio. He used to do the Riders Unknown podcast. The dude, he's an interesting motherfucker. And like I'm assuming he's probably not too far from you.
All right. Yeah, cool. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, he used to do that Chop and Roll podcast, which I never listened to Riders on the Norm, but I listened to that one. It's like, that one was fun.
Oh,
It's like
do yourself a
motorcycles
favor,
and
man.
Music.
Get Riders on Norm on, I think it's still on Spotify, and listen to that. You'll love it. Big Scott and Wes were like the dynamic duo, dude. Those guys were good. Yeah.
Were they
Yeah,
better
but
than us?
he I mean, well, listen, Wes and Big Scott, they're the reason this podcast exists. That when their podcast went down, when they ended it, that's why this one started. So we got to pay homage to the guys before us. But yeah, man, Wes would be super cool in the mag. He's super into like that whole scene, and he knows fucking everybody out there.
Cool.
I think he's closer to the beach though. Is he? I don't know if he's Georgia or South Carolina. I don't know. I think South Carolina, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, Tennessee, how far are we from Tennessee?
Like 18 hours. Drive time.
Drive time?
My brother used to live there. He lived in Maryville.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Maryville. Never heard of it.
Yeah. When he got out of the Army, he was stationed in Fort Knox and then moved from Kentucky to Maryville, Tennessee for like 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah. But
That's some fucking down south shit, dog.
yeah. Yeah, he talks with a southern accent.
Making moonshine. Does he?
He talks with a southern accent. Born and raised in Massachusetts. What? Yeah, dude. Because when you get in the military, dude, a lot of those boys are southern. So you pick up the southern accent. He picked up a southern accent just being in the military before he even moved down south. He was in the Army, I want to say 4 years. Toured in Afghanistan and then was stationed in Kentucky at Fort Knox and then moved to Tennessee. And still to this day, he's been back up here for 5 years and still talks like a southern fucking boy. It's wild, dude.
That is wild that you could like.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I guess no, that does happen. I know, like, I know a couple people that moved down like deep South Florida, like Ocala and shit, and like they came back. They got like New England got washed out of their vocabulary. It's so much easier to talk like Southern. You're just like y'all. Yeah, it's like lazy language, you know. You're just like, yeah, what's up, y'all?
Yeah, I mean, we're not in a hurry to get it out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, when I went to that show, I went to that
Tennessee.
show in South Carolina or North Carolina, the back row barbecue run, and bro, I was like freaked out, like how nice people were, and like the dude at the gas station was like asking me all kinds of fucking questions, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is your problem? Like I was like threatened by it, dude. I'm like, what are you fucking plotting, bro?
Yeah, you want a piece
It's
of it?
not like that up here. You know what I mean? People aren't fucking. You know, the gas station attendant isn't even gonna fucking tell you how much your purchase is. You just gotta know. They might ask you how your day is and how fucking your dog's been after it got hit by a fucking tractor.
Yeah. They're like, you put your card in backwards, retard.
Yeah, exactly. That's Massachusetts, bro. And then you go to South, and everybody's so fucking nice, dude.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Southern hospitality is real.
It freaks me
mean,
out.
Well, it's a disarming technique. You know, it's the easiest way to get somebody on your side if you don't know them is be nice to them.
Yeah. See, up here though, it's like when you're good friends with somebody, you talk shit to them nonstop. Like when you greet them, like, "What's up, faggot?" You know what I mean? "What's up, fuckface?" Like just like that's like, "What's up, dude?" And then you go out south, and they're like shaking your hand, and like I was like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
But I do like it though.
Here. Just not
I do
to
like it
strangers.
though.
I wouldn't.
Oh,
I wouldn't be.
yeah.
Wouldn't be at the gas station. Hey, what's up, faggot?
Oh, dude, yeah, that's what it is. Screaming out the window at people because they're not fucking going as soon as the light turns green.
Welcome to Tennessee, faggot.
Yeah, dude. There was a cop in front of me today going 20 miles an hour. I'm like at the window. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Move your fucking ass.
But I do like it down south, man. The food down there is amazing. The people are fucking amazing. Yeah, I don't know, man. The weather's great.
So Chattanooga, where in Tennessee is that? Is that east or west or central?
Right at the bottom of the middle. Chattanooga is
Bottom
like
of the
right
middle?
at the Georgia Tennessee corner.
Okay. I've been to Nashville. Nashville really impressed me.
Oh,
that was
never
a cool
been
city.
to Nashville, dude. I want to go to Nashville so bad.
Yeah. That was
awesome.
wicked cool. Yeah. What a cool city. It's just like it looks like Vegas, dude, with all the neon and the music, and
Yeah.
that was a good time. But
what border South Carolina? Is that Tennessee or Kentucky?
That'd be Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was out, I went out there for a funeral, and I was out there for like 4 days or something, and I was like right on the border. It's like in the mountains.
Okay.
And dude, it was fucking gorgeous out there. I want to say it was Tennessee. They're like, yeah, this is Tennessee right there. But yeah, I could live there. Like that place was fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah. I mean, Southern Appalachia is. I mean, that's God's country. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I'm from. I'm from the North Georgia mountains. But
Okay.
dude, Georgia was I moved out when I was moving down to Florida. We went through, we drove through Georgia, and that's when I was probably like, I guess I was 18 or whatever, maybe 18 and a half. And I discovered boiled peanuts in Georgia. And dude, what a snack that is. Why isn't that everywhere?
Dude, my shit is hush puppies, bro. Hush puppies.
I don't like hush puppies, dude. I don't like hush puppies.
Love hush puppies. When I was in South Carolina that time, and I used to go to my aunt's house every summer in Georgia. But dude, every time I'm down south, and I'm getting hush puppies, collard greens, catfish, all that shit. Oh, you get all that right at the fucking restaurant, bro. We don't get nothing like that up here in these restaurants. You can't order catfish and collard greens up here.
I don't know. I mean, I know that we got super good food down south, but I mean, me and my wife, we like fantasizing about taking these food vacations, and she's all pumped about going to New England and eating all the seafood. And she talks about New England like
Yeah. So in Boston, in like that
Boston,
major
Maine.
city area, the food is fucking insane. Like there is so much food out there, it's crazy. But as soon as you start getting like inland from Boston, like New Hampshire, Vermont, all that shit, the food gets
I don't know, man. I got some restaurants, dude, and they're banging, dude. The food in
around
Boston. Here's the
It's
thing:
dope.
is with major cities, they're overexposed. You know what I mean? Like, especially after, like, I lived in Boston for a while, and like there were some badass places that were like just like the best food I've ever had. But after COVID, dude, a lot of these corporations bought up all those cool little spots that like Charlie's Sandwich Shop and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like they'd scoop them up because they couldn't float. But then like some fucking restaurateur conglomeration or whatever, they scoop in, they get the spot, and then the food fucking sucks because they don't have a passion for food, and they don't have a legacy of making the food.
Yeah.
So Boston actually is kind of beat, dude, as far as food goes. And it's like, I don't like that wishy-washy shit where you walk into a bar and it's just like, it's way too fucking clean in here.
Yeah,
they're trying to emulate a dirty spot that has good food. Like, you know right away that they're like fake. But I mean, yeah, there's definitely some good food. But like, dude, in New Hampshire, New Hampshire has the best Mexican food I've ever had my entire life.
You lived in Arizona.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
bold.
fucking that's pretty bold.
I gotta say, the best margarita that you can get is in New Hampshire. I've had margaritas all over the world. I've tried to make them myself, dude, but there's a spot in New Hampshire. If you want to know, you hit me up. I'll give you the spot. Best margarita you'll ever have, hands down. Unanimous decision. It'll make you love tequila, dude.
From who?
It's so good. It's unbelievable. I'll tell you after.
Really?
This is just for the laddies. I'll tell you two, and then you have to private message me and beg. But best margarita ever. Margaritas are fucking hard to make, dude. I can't even simulate this. I can't even make it myself.
That's why I just drink whiskey.
I've been drinking a lot of tequila lately.
Nah, you just got to do the whiskey, and then when you want to switch it up, add some ginger out of it.
No, dude, tequila straight up on ice is perfect summertime drink.
That's
perfect summertime drink. It's a lot like bourbon, I find.
It's a lot like AIDS in a glass.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's gross.
No, you can't get the wells, dude. You can't get the bottom shelf tequila. You got to get some decent
Patron,
tequila.
Dude.
You think
Patron?
Patron like the just on ice or just straight up?
Patron on ice. Well, no, I drank it out of the bottle. I'm not gonna lie. Room
out
temperature.
Of the bottle. Is that what you were drinking when you passed that out on that tree?
Yeah, for like 16 hours.
So you're conflating two things. The tequila is actually good. You just had way too much of it.
Yeah, I drank a bottle.
Yeah, you can't drink that much. You just have it. If you drink a bottle,
can drink
of
that much whiskey and not
sleep
sleep under a tree.
You can drink that much whiskey and not sleep under a tree and get sick.
Yeah, I mean, I might get sick, but maybe not.
Quick story: the sickest I've ever been in my entire life. My buddy just got out of jail. And he was like, yeah, we're going to my friend Lordy's house. We went to this kid's, he had stolen TVs, just like up against the wall, just like 50 high. And he had like a novelty bottle of Jack Daniels. Like, it's the biggest thing I've ever seen, dude. It was like fucking, he must have stole it from a store or something. It was like 500 milliliters. And he just had red Solo cups, and he was just Jack Daniels. Dude, I'm like 17 years old. I'm just like, look. Long story short, flash forward a couple hours. I'm hanging out in my boy's Ford Taurus, puking my fucking guts out, dude. It's January. It's like just freezing to the side of his car. Dude, I don't think I woke up the entire next day. I went home.
Yeah.
I fell asleep on the toilet shitting, and my dad picked me up. I had like shit in my bum and like no pants on. He just like threw me in my bed, and then like I woke up for school on Monday, and I was just like, "All right, guys."
Yeah,
but I
didn't.
I still will drink Jack Daniels. I don't get this like you have one bad.
My whole life I've only had one hangover, and that's from Patron. Listen to this, I'll tell you real quick, and then we'll get back to the magazine shit. When I got out of prison, so here's the funny thing, I went in the same time my brother was deploying to Afghanistan. And then he came home the same time I came home. So we had a banger fucking party when we both got home. and I just started dating my wife again. And my brother loves fucking Captain Morgan's. So what are those skinny bottles? Like the skinny fucking bottles, but they're like taller, like this tall. They're skinny. Is that a pint? I think it's a pint. But dude, I fucking drank a whole bottle, just like guzzling it. And then I started pouring shots out of the second bottle. And I'm like, all right, everybody's going to do a shot. And I just started shooting everybody's shot. And I'm like, oh, I need a fucking chaser. This shit's gross. And then grabbed the bottle and started chasing with the bottle. So come to find in like an hour, I drank a whole bottle plus a half bottle. And then my now wife got there. And dude, I was so blackout drunk. My brother, I'm in the fucking living room. I'm like, mouth full of fucking puke. And I'm trying to tell my brother I need something to puke in. He's so fucking loaded that he comes in with a red Solo cup, gives me a Solo cup to puke in. So I'm puking in the Solo cup and then shutting it off like a faucet, handing him the cup.
Enough.
He's going outside, dumping it, bringing me the cup back. I puke again, shut it off. He dumps it, brings me the cup back. That was a vicious night, bro.
That's not. Yeah, you need a larger vessel than a Solo cup.
Yeah, but we were both hammered, so neither one of us could put two and two together. Like, just get something bigger.
Just puke on the floor. We'll clean it up tomorrow.
And then my wife wasn't even here for any of this, dude. Like, she was my girlfriend then, but she showed up at the point where I was just smoked. So she got there. This is at my dad's house, too. My family, like my dad, my mom, my sister, they're all crying in the kitchen because they think now that I'm out of prison, I'm going to be an alcoholic. Because my dad was an alcoholic and almost died. So now they think I'm going to be like my father. So they're all crying in the fucking kitchen. Me and my brother are laughing at them in the living room while puking in a fucking Solo cup. And then my wife gets there just in time to drag me upstairs, put me to bed, and then go party with the rest of my family while I'm fucking assed out puking upstairs. That was like our second date.
Oh my god. Yeah. Hey, that's a good. That's
Yeah,
a good
I don't
second
drink
date.
Captain Morgan's
Just
anymore.
lay all the cards out on the table. Yeah.
I mean, that was our second date for like this time of dating because we dated all through middle school too.
Yeah, Tennessee got that good whiskey though. They got that good
And bourbon, right?
Good.
Isn't it? Is Tennessee's the only one that can make bourbon, right?
Well, I mean, bourbon's more of a Kentucky thing.
Or is
But,
it whiskey?
Yeah, Tennessee whiskey. That's the big thing. Mostly Jack Daniels, Dickel, stuff like that. But
Oh, Dickel. Yeah, I've had Dickel.
I'm not a
Dickel's
huge
good.
fan of Jack Daniels anymore.
Yeah.
That brown liquor gets me fucking vicious. It's fucked, dude. I can drink the same amount of JMO and the same amount of Jack Daniels in 2 separate nights. But that same amount of Jack Daniels, I'm fucking somebody up. I'm beating someone's ass on the Jack Daniels. On the JMO, dude, I'm just trying to hang out. It's fucked, dude.
purity.
Jack Daniels is fucked up, bro. You got to drink that when you're alone.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack Daniels. They got some bad juju, some fucking
Yeah.
evil spirits in there. You know?
Yeah. That shit makes me want to hurt people.
That brewery's on like an Indian graveyard or something.
Yeah, you're just drinking fucking spirits. All right. We got, see, this is what I'm saying. We always get derailed on bullshit.
shit.
So what's next? I know you said you're starting to work on that, the new issue. Are you getting like a pretty good response out of the first issue, or is it still too new to find out?
So far, we're still just waiting. Like the first round that got mailed out, people are just sending me pictures that they're getting them. So I really don't know. I mean, we put it out there for anyone that has like any kind of outlet, any kind of blogger or podcast or anybody that wants to review it, we'll send it to them. But yeah, we're going to start working on issue number 2. I'm personally going to start trying to paint again. I got a chopper. It's coming in. I finally live somewhere where I can paint. So happy to get a bike in here that I can do some stuff to. And
Nice.
Eventually we're going to piece together a whole bike and probably raffle it off for charity. and we're hoping that that's going to be also probably a big magazine feature. And we're going to go all out. I mean, we're going to dump a ton of money into this thing. I'm going to put all of my paint effort into it, and yeah, that's going to be cool. But yeah, pretty much just magazine and random bike stuff. But
what do you got? What do you got coming in for a chopper?
I think it's a shovel head, but I've only seen one picture. I put it out there. Somebody was looking for paint, took the first response, but
oh no shit.
Yeah, for the past ever since COVID, I haven't had a place to paint on my own property. So I just moved into a house that has a garage. Haven't painted anything yet, but going to go all out. And then eventually we'll start pumping out normal stuff for giveaways. Like we're going to give away painted skateboards, and then we'll do chopper stuff. We'll probably end up doing a car, fingers crossed, but maybe some instruments. So,
painted skate decks would be sick.
Yeah. I mean, that was my bread and butter for a long time. I just painted skate decks for shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I painted.
I was just telling Rhino that because we've been talking about like ramping up our merch and shit, and I'm like, dude, we got to start doing skate decks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such an easy canvas. I mean, it has curves to it like a car or something, and it's real nice.
And I'm a pinstriper, so I love like a skateboard is like a pinstriper's fucking perfect canvas. Oh, yeah. It's like the perfect width where you can drag your pinky down the edges. It's fucking big fan of the skate decks.
Yeah, for sure.
Should do some skate decks, but then also have a line of inline skates that we paint.
I think those will be a little bit too expensive. Like, yo, buy these inline skates for $400.
It's gonna be. We have to have a bunch of different sizes too, because feet are all like different sizes.
Yeah, with skate decks, when they carry like 3 sizes, dude.
Yeah. So for issue number 2, if you want an exclusive interview with me, then just talk to my people, and we can maybe set something up. It's not gonna be cheap, but it'll be exclusive.
All right.
The world of rollerblading with Rhino.
Yeah, I probably went like 4 times.
There's actually
my dad still goes, dude. He was buying inline skates off eBay because they stopped producing them, so he was buying them like secondhand and just popping off the wheels because he needed like these wheels. He's into it. He doesn't listen to this though. I'm like, hey dad, I'm doing a podcast. Aren't you proud of me?
He's like, fuck you, kid.
He's like, I've never been proud of you.
Tell him we did an inline skating episode.
Yeah. This whole episode is just gonna be to trick my dad into loving me.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah. So, what do you still skateboard? Do you still have a hot rod? Do you still have a chopper? Like, what are you still into? I know you said you kind of like stepped away from the music for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, well, right now I'm re-piecing everything that was cool back together because I sold everything that was cool so that I could afford to move to Texas in 2020.
Oh, shit.
That was a shit investment. But, yeah, I have pieces of stuff. I have this big plan for years now. I've had this idea of, you're familiar with, maybe I shouldn't get into it, but I plan on building a trike, like an old school 70s show class chopper. I mean, with a big fiberglass carriage, all that kind of stuff. But because I finally have the room to do something like that. Eventually, I'm going to have to get a van for magazine reasons so that we can finally start going to events and having booths and merch and stuff. But yeah, I do a little bit of everything as much as I can. As soon as we have the paint rolling, we'll be doing all kinds of basically chopper only paint and hopefully a ton of chopper builds. I mean, I would like to do. We need to do this charity bike, and I'm going to do this next paint job, so that'll be 2.
Mhm.
But then, if I ever get to do the trike, that'll be a 3rd one. But eventually, we're going to do a whole bunch of like painted collections for giveaways, like gas tanks with rear fender and maybe an oil bag or something. But a lot of helmets, a lot of skateboards, signs, I guess. But I don't know. Cross that bridge when I get there, I guess. My whole focus has just been the magazine, but
Yeah. Would you say that on a scale of 1 to 10, how much better are you at painting than No Luck Paintworks? Like, he's probably around a 4. Would you say like you're like an 11 and a half, or
Oh, you're a dank.
I have no.
the only reason I agreed to do this show is so I could fuck with Dan every week. Okay.
You're gonna give him a heart attack, dude. Speaking of
kidding,
Dan,
Dan,
let's
out.
run through these fucking sponsors real quick. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
Cool. Up first, we got Dan at No Luck Paintworks. Coming out of Manchester, New Hampshire, cooking up some of the dopest motherfucking paint schemes in the Northeast. His books are now open for winter paint work. If you have a build in the process or you're just trying to repaint your fucking shitty ass bike, hit him up. No Luck Paintworks on Instagram. Up next, we got Steve at Deadbeat Customs, the fucking creator of the Deadbeat Retreat, where all low lives go to die. Your boys will be set up there. Listen, when you go get your ticket at deadbeatcustoms.com, use code LOWLIFE at checkout to save some motherfucking money.
That's a good idea.
Next, we got Lowbrow Customs, everything you need for the road ahead. Probably the only fucking website where you can build an entire chopper from the ground up off one fucking website. Tyler's got his fucking hands in every chopper show across the country, supports every grassroots event. Who knows? Maybe he likes bluegrass. I don't know. Go show Tyler some love. Order some fucking parts at lowbrowcustoms.com. Up next, we got Steel City Blacksmithing, the homie Josh whipping up some of the dopest fucking twist and fabrication and lathe work. He is out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hit him up, Steel City Blacksmithing. I think he's actually raffling off the Twisted Invaders right now. So go get in on that. Yeah, that's it. And if it's still happening, who fucking knows? Motherfucking Jerry is raffling his goddamn van.
Oh, I know.
Probably
dude.
the sickest van in America. The most iconic van in America is up for raffle right now. So go grab a ticket, help Jerry out on whatever his next fucking endeavor is. Who knows with that dude? And grab some shit. Jerry's one of the fucking greats
Dude,
when it comes to fab work. He does some crazy shit.
You can get in anywhere. If people think you're Jerry, you roll up in that van with the 812 sticker on it with the fucking party
good.
deck on top. Yeah, you don't have to pay anymore. You got VIP everywhere, baby.
VIP, free cocaine, all the prostitutes your heart could ever want. That van comes with a full fucking pimp card in the dash. So anyways, hit up fucking Jerry at 812 Inc. Also, real quick, the Sissy Bar Art Extravaganza. All the Sissy Bars from my graduating year. What was that, last year? Last year or the year before, whenever the fuck it was. All those Sissy Bars are now up for raffle. That raffle helps Jerry get that next show to be possible. It helps him be able to pay for all that steel. Jerry makes every one of those Sissy Bars by fucking hand. By hand, dude. Dude's a beast. So go over to Gnarly Magazine, and I think that's where they're doing all the raffle shit. That's it. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's it. Ran to those sponsors like a champ.
Yeah, it's so nice that you do them all because I don't want to do them.
I ain't trying to do
some of you guys might have heard my ad that I did last week. Sorry about that. I was just testing it out. So if you're
Sorry
if you
about
listen on anything but Spotify, yeah, I was just like, how does this work? And I'm just like, and then I recorded an ad. It's like a minute long. It's fucking retarded, dude. So go listen
Fucking,
to
it's
that.
at the end of the show.
It's at the beginning of the show.
Oh, I thought you said it was at the end. It's not on YouTube.
I tried to put it at the beginning. So it only does it on it doesn't do it on Spotify, but I went on actually today. I was like, why didn't that fucking ad play? And I went on Apple iTunes and it's right at the beginning. It's the first thing you hear.
Oh shit. Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
not
so
on
I don't
YouTube or Spotify.
No. So I don't know
Which
where
is
else
weird.
it is.
It's a Spotify commercial, but it's not on Spotify.
Yeah, I don't know why they're like didn't play there, but whatever. It definitely played on Apple. That's the only thing I checked. Like right before the show, I was like, oh yeah, I put a fucking commercial. It's fucking worth it to listen.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right. Johnny,
There you go.
are you ready for the final question?
I
You have
suppose
to
I am.
you have to consent to this
Yeah, because it could lead to long-term
legally.
post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Yeah. And if you guys heard last week's,
It was fucking
I'm-
horrendous.
yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter this week.
Yeah, tone
I'm
it
not gonna
down.
Go as hard in the paint. Yeah, I don't
That
want
was so mind engraving that I had to go and tell my wife about it at 2 days later. It just like was still in my head, and I'm like, "Can I tell you what Rhino asked me?" And she was like, "He's fucking disgusting."
we got a lot. So I put it out as a poll on everything, and a resounding scab. Everybody went scab.
Yeah, because
I
we didn't have
see
a
single
choice.
undies. Dude, that's pretty bad. That's the
That was
worst
a bad
part
one.
about the whole thing is letting a scab from a hobo's knee dissolve on your tongue is the number one choice. So that's
fucking.
we're not doing that
disgusting.
this week.
No,
We're gonna
let's see
go
what you
a little bit light and airy. This one should be a little bit easier to swallow, a little bit easier to stomach. But then we're going right back into the shit the week after next.
All right.
All right, Johnny, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do you consent? You give
I
me
do.
consent? Okay. Would you rather cut off your eyelids with a razor blade and have to wear goggles like Horace Grant from the 1994 Chicago Bulls for the rest of your life, or remove all of your teeth with a figure skate?
I mean, I'll go with the goggles.
You're going to
Because,
slice
I
off
mean-
both your eyelids?
Huh.
You're going to need like re-wetting drops and you have to wear goggles? You know what Horace Grant looks like? He looks fucking... Just Google Horace Grant from the 1994 Chicago Bulls. You can never blink. You're going to have to sleep with your eyes open.
What movie was that where they popped the tooth out with an ice skate? I definitely seen that in a movie.
I think it was Castaway with Tom Hanks.
Oh, it was. It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're going with removing
but
the
all of
eyelids
your
and the
teeth?
goggles?
I mean, I suppose you could get new teeth, but it's not as cool of a story. I mean, at least that dude, professional athlete.
Yeah, but then, dude, behind these goggles, your eyes are always open because you have no eyelids. You're just like,
I mean,
Yeah, but think
I'm
about
thinking-
this too. Is like think about how quick you can cut your eyelids off, and
That'd
then
be
think
pretty
about how
quick.
long it's going to take to snap
It's an
out
all
each
day.
fucking tooth, dude.
with an ice skate.
You're going to snap one out and pass out.
I'm not even sure
Snap
you
one
can
out, pass
do
out.
it.
It's going to be tough.
Might be painless.
But then you could get, I don't know if they can they make new eyelids with like baby foreskin or something?
100%. I don't know about baby foreskin, but yeah, 100% they could.
I mean, I would be okay with a Clockwork Orange eye drops for the rest of my life, I guess. But
All right, so definitely taking off the eyelids is going to be like that's a no brainer. You're just like easy.
oh, yeah,
You just pull that bitch out, and but then the aftermath. I mean, like, because it's going to be a period of healing. You're going to have to wear those goggles. Why did he wear those goggles, anyways?
So you don't get poked in the eye, dude.
I might. Here's the thing: is all right. So you go with the ice skate, and you don't have to do one tooth at a time, dude. You just smash yourself in the face, dude. Just smash yourself in the face, and take out like 4 or 5 teeth at a time.
How are you going to do that on the backs?
yeah. I feel like you're going to have to get pretty surgical. I mean, at some point, you're just shoving a shoe in your mouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I feel like the chances of you still getting laid with no eyelids versus whatever disfigurement you might give yourself bashing your face with a skate. I don't know.
Yeah, and think about it. Like, you're going to do that one time, not get all your teeth, and you tell me you're going to be able to pick that skate up and do that again?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you're just cutting 2 eyelids off versus having to beat the shit out of yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess the eyelids is probably the easiest, but it's
Like, if you
don't
going to
get
pop
new
my teeth
eyelids,
out with a
though.
skate?
because the question was you have to wear the goggles, so you're just like, and then you have Horace Grant goggles, and then you have to try to figure out how to sleep like this.
Just put on a fucking
No.
mask.
You're gonna freak out your kids. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I'm going ice skate.
Taking out the teeth. You going ice skate?
Yeah, I got shit teeth, dude. My teeth are all fucking broken and fucking. They'll probably come out without the ice skate.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Is how bad are your teeth? Because if you have to take them out anyways, then fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're already missing teeth, fuck it.
Yeah, my teeth are not great, dude. I was like born with bad teeth.
Yeah. You know what? I think I could. You just like. I think I'm gonna go teeth.
I wouldn't even have to do that, dude. I could just like put it in there and just go.
Just like pop them out one by one.
Yeah.
Or slice your gums, like.
And I dip too, so that's like that makes it even worse, dude. Those bitches are ready.
Yeah, and
to come out.
then the thing is like just back to the getting laid. It's like, I think having no teeth is a plus.
Yeah, you can suck dick like a champ.
It'd be like making out with an octopus. You make all sorts of weird sex sounds and shit.
But then you're always like
you
this.
got Horace Grant. You're just like, dude, you're fucked.
Yeah, but then have you ever noticed people without teeth though? They're always like this. Like your fucking face collapses.
Yeah, but you can get fake teeth. Dude, you can get fake teeth. You can go to the fucking, they used to have like gag stores and shit. You just get those like hillbilly teeth, and that's better than nothing. Just like the plastic ones, it costs like $2.99.
Nah, dude, just jump a
Good
grandma.
enough for George Washington.
Jump a grandma that has the same size mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mug a old
just
lady,
be like,
dude, you're good.
Be toothless. I don't give a fuck. It's probably better for your health too. You can't chew like red meats and shit. You're just like eating blended up vegetables. I'm gonna go ice skate. Ice skate, no teeth. Loctite, what's your final answer?
Ice skate, no teeth.
Johnny?
Yeah, I'm staying eyelids.
Staying eyelids.
I mean, I'm into it. I mean, I'm pro looking scary all the time. So that
You would
work
be
out.
the coolest motherfucker, honestly.
I mean, you'd be set on Halloween.
People would be like, "Yo, this dude is fucking crazy."
They'd be
No one
like,
thinks you're crazy for pulling your teeth out.
yeah, you go to like your wife's work function and they'd be like, "Hey, why is Johnny looking at us like that?" And you just be like,
Yeah.
"I can't help it. I cut my eyelids off for no reason."
Yeah, I'm into it.
Okay. All right, everybody Google Horace Grant. He wasn't part of the Dream Team either, I don't think.
Dude, everybody wore goggles back in the day.
Everybody wore goggles?
Well,
Scottie
not
Pippen
everybody. Not
Jordan
everybody, but like a lot of motherfuckers did.
I don't get it. I don't get the goggle thing.
So you don't get poked in the eye when you're fucking
Who
going
the
to
fuck
the
cares?
fucking when you go into the hoop, dude.
Dude, was there like an epidemic of dudes with long fingers like skewering people's eyes out?
Yeah, dude.
Like fucking Beetlejuice or some shit? Like, no, dude.
When you go to dunk, dude, you just got fucking 5 fingers coming in your face.
No, I think they're prescription. I think he needed them because he couldn't see. And you can't
Goggles?
wear like yeah, I don't think you can wear like regular glasses because you're like whipping around doing basketball moves and shit.
Huh.
I don't know. We'll find out next week on the Low Life Chopper podcast. All right. Thanks, John.
All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Stick around. We're gonna do a Low Lifes After Dark right after this.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Hope everything works out with the fucking magazine. And if you need anything from us, hit us up whenever.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks guys so much.